is John Aarons, and I've been asked to lead our next discussion on the topic, what are Indian family offices doing globally? But I'm a Senior Managing Director at FTI Consulting. As Manoj mentioned, we're a management consulting firm. I've spent the last 25 or 30 years advising clients in all parts of the world, including a little bit in India. So it's with some limited perspective on India. As a corporate advisor, I've been asked to moderate this panel session. I'm joined by Janhavi Dadaka, the Head of Private Client Services at MLS Chase, Paul Ayres, Partner Private Client Services with our hosts, BDO, Deepak Malhotra, Head of Global South Asian Proposition Wealth Advisory at Barclays Wealth, and Ravi Sidhu, Head of South Asian Banking at Brown Shipley. Janhavi is going to give us a general overview of why South Asian wealth is treated differently, some typical issues arising out of the regulatory frameworks, and what clients are looking for in advisors.
One of the important things to know is, what are we talking about when we're talking about Indian wealth? What does it actually mean? At MLS Chase, we've been doing this now for over 15 years, and for us, we take Indian in the widest possible context. So we're talking about, yes, the Indians coming out of India. We're talking about non-resident Indians, Indians worldwide, globally, that are looking both to invest back into India, but also looking to manage their wealth wherever it may be situated. So whether it's in Singapore, Dubai, UAE, wherever that is. And for us, India is the widest possible word. So all those that have an Indian heritage is who we're talking about when we talk about Indian wealth. So that's the first thing. Now, in terms of the figures, Data Monitor estimates a net worth of over $1 trillion, and that's the US trillion, not the UK trillion. There's been a rise, a constant rise over the last 3 years of roughly 20% or more in terms of high net worth individuals in India itself.
One of the things we struggle with, where people have been here for a long time as well, is how can they use their funds overseas and apply them into the UK? Now, straightforward situations, if you have a mixed pot of income and gains overseas, you cannot just bring that into the UK without having a tax charge. But there are ways of structuring it now. I mean, business investment relief has been brought in particularly to encourage non-doms to make investment into the UK, into private companies that can be doing property, it can be trading, it can be a range of activities, and the clients can have a personal interest in that company. And we found that it's something that's really beginning to take up some traction.
What I'm trying to show here is what I come across in my day job is a global family. You know, we have the patriarch in the UAE. They have assets in India, but they have a property in Dubai. They want to buy a property in London. He's got an unmarried daughter who's dating a guy from outside the community. He's very worried. You know, should I force my daughter to have a prenup? Should I make her a beneficiary? I've got a son who's married, who's born in India, married, works in the UK, but has a love of fast women and fast cars. So how do I protect my wealth? But I know one fine day, I'm not immortal. I'm going to have to pass my wealth over to the next generation. But I live in a Muslim country. I'm not a Muslim. I have a business in India. I want to buy a property in London. I've got family members who are UK resident, but non-domiciled, as was outlined by our esteemed colleagues in BDO earlier on. I have a very large business, which I don't want to give control away. So what people like in this situation need to do is at least start the basic steps of getting a structure together. There's no one size fits all. What I want to try and do here is demonstrate what is possible. So we talked about control. It is possible to set up a trust structure, assuming the family members or a family member is in a low tax jurisdiction, which enables the family to effectively be the trustees. So you have the benefit of having a governance framework where your assets are protected. Remember, why are we worried about assets being protected? Death, divorce, and debt, the 3 Ds. I need to protect my wealth for those 3 reasons.
And the last, I would say, trend that I see is obviously a big discussion, again, around the regulatory framework, is onshoreization of wealth, which is families now considering, is it actually really valuable, or what's the way to not have so many headaches, let's say. So to say, for example, you know, is it probably better to bring this wealth that I have in Switzerland, Monaco, or Luxembourg back to London, or should I just take it back to, you know, to maybe a small portion of that back to East Africa, where I have my business, and my business already grows at 30%. So here I am, money parked in a liquid asset class, probably matching inflation, and then also I've got the tax man on my back, and I've got these issues with the banks telling me that they're going to disclose my wealth. So is it really? So they're coming to grapple with these questions on how relevant is this offshore banking model again.